you don't ever hit my phone. I guess you doing better on your own. Used to have my back and now you don't. Tell me, girl, when did you get so cold?
What's good, Hood? MasenkoG. Back in here doing what I should. We back with another video today. And today, we're going to talk about the NBA 2K19 gameplay news, all the gameplay news we've gotten so far. So, I didn't want to talk about things individually because why would I talk about one part of the game and we don't know the other part of that? Like, why? For example, let's say I'm talking about shooting. Why would I talk about shooting if we don't know about the defense to counter the shooting and everything like that? So now, obviously, we don't have every aspect of the game released to us, but we have a lot of information released to us. So we're going to start off takeover system. Takeover system is probably the, biggest thing gameplay-wise that's changed so far. Really is like the grand badge from 2K17, if you aren't familiar with what it is. It boosts player things that they're good at. It boosts that for them. It boosts their primary skills will be boosted around like 10-ish, and then the secondary skills will be raised by like 5-ish. So, and it'll mess with the badges and stuff too. So the thing that when I first heard this, I thought basically Grand Badge 2.0, except now it's with NBA players too. But I don't know. We'll have to see how the game plays first to see if this is overpowered or not. Hopefully it's not overpowered. Hopefully it's like truly when a player is on fire and not just ridiculous, like they make everything. Second, we're going to talk about the fact that they've reduced the clipping. If you aren't familiar with what clipping is, let's say you're going up for a dunk or something, and a guy blocks your dunk and there's no foul call, but if you look in the replay or something, his arm literally just went through your arm and he blocked the ball somehow, or like you dribbling through somebody's body and stuff like that. So basically they reduced those animations because they had issues with collisions. So they fixed that. That's been a thing 2K has always struggled with. So I doubt that, they've completely it's just completely gone, but apparently it's been reduced a lot. Next, we're going to talk about the My Park dribble moves they've added. So in Park this year, I guess you're really going to be able to embarrass people. You're going to be able to throw it between their legs. That's what nutmeg is. Wrap it around their body. I think I even saw in one of the articles you could bounce it off someone's head like Hot Sauce used to do and stuff. That, if not overpowered, it will be very lit because I like disrespecting people on the court. I like when I'm playing around. Obviously, in the serious manner, I'm not going to do that. But that's going to be lit, depending on how it is. So I'm very interested to see how that's going to work. Speaking of dribbling, they also have mentioned that they may have toned down on the dribble gods, quote unquote. If you're spamming a move over and over, you're eventually going to be more likely to lose the ball or fumble the ball, things like that. Especially if you're a low dribbler, like a low tier dribbler. So if your ball control isn't at a certain rating, you probably will drop the ball out of bounds if you're trying to do certain moves, which in a way I'm cool with. I know there's a lot of people, especially the dribbling community, that hate this. In another video, I'm going to talk about how they can fix this for the dribble gods and also keep the simulation players happy. But since NBA 2K is a simulation basketball game, this is good news to me. If it's true, because they've said this the last 2 years. They said this last year that you wouldn't be able to be a dribble guy to spam. And literally we saw, it may have been worse than 17. People didn't fall as much as 17, but the dribble combos and stuff that we seen, worse dribble combinations that people chain together on this game for you as a defender, like trying to stay in front of. That combined with the blow by animation. So we'll see if this is truly fixed. speaking of the blow by animation, actually, they said that that's been fixed, and it's been confirmed by a lot of the people that went out to test the game. I know, like I saw Shakedown say it, like it's not the same. Same with the snatchback, it's not the same. Like you won't be able to just literally run to the rim, get an easy dunk, or just run to the rim, pull back, open jump shot every single time. They said they've confirmed that there's better ways to counteract that. So that I'm glad to hear, because that a lot of people really felt like they was good just spamming snatchbacks and blowing by people. Like that does not make you good at the game. That reduces all skill in the game, as a matter of fact. Moving on, we're going to talk about the shot meter with the layups. So previous years, the shot meter on layups, like 17, it was cool. Like at first we didn't like it, but it ended up being cool because you ended up being able to have a defined timing on certain layup animations. 18, they just completely scrapped it, and like sometimes it'll randomly pop up on layups, and I absolutely hate it. So I guess it's gonna be kind of more like how it was in 17, which I'm all for. Timing layups, actually, that does create a skill gap. A lot of people don't think so, but it actually does, so I'm cool with it. But speaking of the shot meter, pretty sure everyone has heard this by now. You'll be able to change the color of the shot meter and everything, and the style, like how it was this year if you want that, which I don't know who would, but if you do, you can have it like this year on 2K18, or you go back to 2K17, which was much better in my opinion. I'd really rather have 16 over both, but 17, I like that shot meter better than 18. It also said defense in the paint will be better, which this is huge to me. I love blocking shots. I love throwing shots out of bounds, like for real. Chase downs, all that. I like doing that. But they also said, poking the ball loose and stuff in the paint will be easier. Or, well, not easier necessarily, but it will be. On 18, it was pretty much non-existent. And most of the times when you did poke the ball loose, you could get called for a foul. So I'm glad for that. I'm glad that defense is just reworked. Defense is more of a key aspect this year. That makes me happy. Also on defense, they say the steal system has been reworked. The steal system now, they say, is more so, say you're dribbling, say you do a crossover move, like between the legs, and then the guy pulls it back up to his right hand, and he's just standing there. The ball's like unprotected. You're more likely to get a steal now. You can poke the ball loose in more unprotected dribble situations, because on 18, it wasn't really poking the ball loose. It's literally, I'm going to run into you, or me and my teammate are going to run into you until you either pass the ball or lose the ball. And that is stupid. That's not basketball. So I'm glad that is being fixed. I really hope that it is what they say it is. But another thing that I have a question on, you guys know, but intercepting passes doesn't really make sense in currently how it is. They haven't mentioned it in any of the articles I read, but intercepting passes, you have to intercept a pass. Let's say you have to know when the pass is being thrown. So like, say I'm trying to bait the guy to throw the ball to my guy. Let's say they throw the ball, and the ball's coming by me. As soon as the ball's coming by me, I hit either square or X, whatever the button is still on your console. It won't be stolen. You have to hit the steal button while, like right before the pass is being thrown. You have to assume when the pass is being thrown as opposed to when the ball's coming towards you. And I don't like that. So I hope that is also being changed. Yeah, let's get into this next thing. Next thing is one of the biggest question marks that everyone has, and I don't understand. Shooting. I know Mike Wang is having a poll on it on Twitter right now as of 8/13/2018. Shooting, a lot of people he was questioning what should matter more so in shooting, either you being open or your shot timing on contested shots. Personally, I think open. It should be like a balance of the two, but more so leaning towards open. So being open, getting open is a skill. That's a skill. Like if you can't get open, you don't want to. I don't think you should just be able to jack up contested shots because you know your shot timing. That doesn't make sense to me. Getting open is a skill. Reward people for getting open by letting them not necessarily make every open shot, but be more guaranteed to make open shot versus, oh, I know my shot, so I'm gonna just throw this up no matter who's near me. That doesn't make sense. Now, obviously, people with higher contested shot ratings that know their shot should be more likely to make a contested shot, but that doesn't mean they should consistently make it. I want y'all to think about this. 2K is supposed to be based off of real life, right? So, in real life, who are some of the best contested shooters ever? Like Kobe, MJ, let's just say Steph. Kobe, he never shot above 46% from the field. And Steph Curry, 3-point percentage, 43%. Not saying these guys aren't great players, but that's not an extreme. That's not as high as a rate as the 2K rate is. People shooting contested threes on 2K18 could go like, if you really know your shot, and you're, let's say you're a sharpshooter, you really know your shot, you could go 10 for 12, nothing but contested shots if you really know your shot. That's not the case. That should not be the case, I should say. Because, like I said, Steph Curry is the best shooter we've ever seen. He shoots 43% from the field, or from 3-point percentage. Now, open shots, I feel like, hey, if you're getting all open shots, I wouldn't be as mad at that. Like, that wouldn't anger me. You're getting open, you deserve to make those shots most of the time. That's just my thoughts, though, on that. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about to y'all in this video. Let me know how y'all feel about 2K19 and NBA Live 19 as well. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 2,000 subs. Appreciate y'all. Being your boy Masenko. I'm out. Sheesh!
Let it go, let my body go. Take our bodies higher and higher and higher.